Hi guys, Dane here again. So today what I wanted to talk about was Achilles strengthening once again, but talk about it using a continuum. So as you can see, I've got a whiteboard. Now on this whiteboard, I've got the x-axis that is Achilles health. So the x-axis is Achilles health. The y-axis is exercise load, so the difficulty of the strength exercise. So Achilles health, difficulty of the strength exercise you've chosen. Now, so when you've come in and you've just got an Achilles tendon injury, you'd be down here. So you'd be at the very start. So that's when it's really swollen and sore, inflamed, and it feels stiff as in the morning. You're really limping most of the day, and it's very early days. So with the strength exercise, that this line that I've drawn here that you should choose an easy exercise. Now with those easy exercises, they're the isometrics, so they're the holds. So I've drawn this little dot here. You should start with some holds. So they're the ones where you hold up onto your toes. Now you can do all types of variations of holds, and you can do hard holds or you can do easy holds. Now you start with the easy holds, so you might be sitting down or you might be doing it on two legs, and you eventually progress to the hard holds. So you're standing up, you're doing it on one leg, and you might be adding some external weight. So that obviously is in line with how your Achilles is progressing. So you monitor how it's feeling in the morning, how it's feeling with the exercise, during the exercise, and by monitoring how the pain's going, if it's generally improving, then the exercise you're doing is not too much, and it's a good amount of exercise, so you can keep progressing the isometrics and making them more difficult. So that means the exercise slowly increases, so you choose the harder isometrics. So you go from sitting down with the isometrics to standing up, and you eventually add the external weight. So it sort of gets you to about here on the rehab continuum. So about here is where you start to think, okay, maybe I should add some movement, because really I need to get my Achilles fit enough to run again, and when you run, you don't just run with a stiff ankle, it needs to move. So let's go up and down off it with a calf raise, but once again you can do all different types of loaded movement, so they're called isotonics. So you can once again do it sitting down, standing up, two legs, one leg, add some extra weight. So once again you're monitoring how it's pulling up as you progress through the isotonic strength program. Now if it's getting sore in the morning, then you just plateau at that level, and you either regress just slightly, or you plateau at that level and give it time to adapt and accommodate until it's feeling better in the morning, or until it's actually feeling better throughout the day. Then you can keep progressing, from sitting down, standing up, adding extra weight, getting to do single leg calf raises, 30 of them, or 3 sets of 10 of them with 10 kilos in your hand, potentially off a step if you've got the appropriate tendinopathy. So that would sort of get us to sort of this territory. Now once you're sort of getting closer to this dot up here, that I've classified that as plyometric training. So the type of exercise that you do when your Achilles is sort of 80%, 90%, 90% better, you'd start to add in some plyometric training. Now with the plyometric training, once again you can just start with pulses, where you just lean up against the wall and you pulse up and down. So you do fast calf raises, just fast small oscillations, and you can do that on two legs and then one leg. Then you eventually can do some skipping on two legs and then one leg. You can eventually do some box jumps as well. So as you can see, that's tiered plyometric program as well, and once again you're strategically just monitoring how you pull up from each load progression. Now with plyometrics, you've got to be careful, you can't do them every day. They're a very high load on the Achilles tendon, so you'd make sure that you're just doing a couple of times a week, and you've got adequate rest. You've got to also, with all this strengthening exercise, take into account the load that you're putting on your Achilles throughout the day, whether it's at work and your footwear you're using throughout the day as well. So you've got to take that into account when you're also trying to strengthen your Achilles. So as you can see, it's a bit of a continuum. As the exercises increase in difficulty, you've got to sort of taper them to where your Achilles tendon health is. So you're never going to get better if your Achilles is sort of here. So you're only ready for the isometric exercises, but you're giving them an exercise that's meant to be for when it's at 80 or 90%. So the exercise that you're trying to put into it is up here, but your tendon health is way down here. So you can see there's a mismatch, and the vice versa of that, the flip side of that is, when you're 80 to 90% better with your Achilles tendon, you're never going to get 100% better if you just keep doing an exercise pitched down here. So you've got to make sure that you progress your exercise to a plyometric exercise, so you're better fitting where your Achilles tendon health is. So if you just keep loading it at the same load, you're not really progressing you're not making it hard enough so that the Achilles tendon is forced to adapt and get better. Alright, I hope that helps better sort of describe the pitching of exercises, and it also helps describe how I feel that it's easier to understand if you view the whole strength exercise regime on a continuum, and that you try to taper it with where your Achilles is at. Alright, I'll be back in a few days with another video. Alright, thanks guys.